Welcome to Say Anything with Keena B. I am Keena B, and I thank you so much for joining me. Today, we have an interview with a local artist, Uncle Deck. That's Uncle D-E-K. He is a musician and DJ, and we were going to be speaking with him. But before we get to that interview, you know what we do. We talk pop culture, we talk news, and just anything I feel like talking about. So, stay here until after the break. Come on back.
At WMBS Market, we specialize in local and global artwork. Find spectacular work by Zambian modern artist Ringo Bryant's Chilashe, Florida ceramist Gloria Nicholson, and naturalist painter Lily M. Clark. Alternative payment options are available on select artwork. Located at 23 North Madison Street, Quincy, Florida, in the historic downtown area. WMBS Market. Come for the culture, return for the connection.
Welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. So, our federal government does not have time nor the resources to help students pay off their student loans. But they do have $610,000 to remove the Black Lives Matter Street mural in D.C. And they have begun doing that this past week. Just going to let that sink in because nothing was wrong with the street. I'm laughing because there are places that have potholes that need to be filled that cannot get any work done, but they can go find $610,000 in the budget to go remove bricks and paint over the pavement, and it covers 2 blocks. That news has been reported on several different news sites. Just something for you to mull over. In other news, though, happy Harriet Tubman Day. Harriet Tubman Day was March 10th, Monday, March 10th, in case any of you missed it. And I'm going to take the time to shout out an online news source that many of you may want to know about. It is called goodblacknews.org. Goodblacknews.org. Go out there on your website, follow them, read their stories, a couple of blogs. They promote good black news. Goodblacknews.org. Ever since the tariff war has begun, the flip-flopping back and forth, are we going to put tariffs? Are we not going to have tariffs? Anyway, the other countries are moving forward. And ever since it has begun, the stock market has dropped considerably, causing the world's billionaires to lose over $209 billion collectively. They're still billionaires. Don't get it confused. Every single one of them are still billionaires. And just a quick explanation of how tariffs work. And the quickest way to explain it is that the customer always pays for those tariffs. The individual consumer, the cost is passed along some kind of way to the buyer when tariffs are increased, whether it's increased on us or on another country. The customers there, the customers here always end up bearing the burden of the cost. The companies do not bear those burdens unless the company would still make money. And that would have to be a company that is full of people who have a lot of integrity. And for them, it would not be worth the effort to pass the cost along to the customer because they know that they would still make money regardless. But for, let's say, a small business where a tariff might cause a lot of a burden, that cost ends up going to the end user, whoever the buyer is, because most businesses in the United States are considered small businesses, and they cannot afford to bear the burden of tariff costs. So when you think of your local small town grocer, not the franchises, but the small town grocer, because even the franchises pass the cost along to the consumer. But like your mom and pop store or your clothing boutique, your locally owned businesses, when they have to buy supplies or they have to buy products or however they come across their items, the tariff cost in order to get those things to you, it's going to be passed along to you. Okay, and that's really the beginning and the end of the discussion on tariffs. Today we have with us a Quincy native, Dexter Keenan, also known as Uncle Deck. Please welcome Dexter Keenan.
Hello.
Well, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
I appreciate it.
I'm excited.
So, Uncle Deck,
Yes.
born and raised in Quincy, Florida, in a town of Scottstown.
Scotttown. Born and raised.
Tell me,
Little neighborhood north of here, actually, from where we're located now. That was the name of the neighborhood. You know, you got little, like, boroughs or just St. John, Robertsville, you know, and so I'm from Scotttown, you know, and dirt roads for a period of time, basketball court, playing at the park on Sundays. I had a great childhood. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you. Tell me about your childhood.
I had a great childhood. My grandmother, the house I was born in, was on one side of the highway. The main highway divides the street, so I lived on the west side. My grandmother lived on the east side. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times when I wanted to go to the park, because it was right next to her house, this would be my excuse. I'm going to see grandma, but I would be going to the park.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, it was good. You know, riding bikes. I remember shooting marbles and just it was just a great childhood. I'm my mother's only child, but my god sisters and brothers lived next door, and so you know we played it all: dodgeball, hide and go seek, hopscotch, jack stones. Y'all probably won't remember that, but look it up. Anyway, yeah, we had a good childhood.
You said jacks, so is that like jacks with the
ball
and the
yes,
I love jacks. Okay.
Yes. Great times.
Well, how did you get into music?
So I've been DJing now. I'm 59, and I didn't know at the time. My first gig was because my dad would always be playing music around the house, mm-hmm. and he would make 8 tracks back in the day. I'm really telling my age.
Wow!
And so I remember 4th grade. We was getting ready to have a picnic. You know, you'd be out on the playground at school, and I was like, "Daddy, can I take some of your records so I can play them at school?" You know, and the first thing he said is, "You better not scratch my records," you know. And so he let me took the records, and I was playing music while everybody was playing, you know, on the playground, and some were dancing. And I remember distinctly that at that particular time, Joe Tex, I ain't gonna bump no more. That big fat woman was hot.
What? Okay.
Yeah. So from 4th grade to by the time 11th grade, 12th grade, and I've been doing it ever since. You know, I used to do all the high school stuff, and so DJing brought me to now singing, because you know music evolves, it changes, and my thoughts was like, I could do that. That's, you know, some stuff, you know, is good. Some stuff you like, I don't like that. I think I could have done a better job. Mm-hmm. And so I threw my head in the ring in 2010. I believe I kind of got started, and I was horrible. It was you know how the dogs would be howling. No. Yeah.
I'm sure you.
I was horrible. They were like, please just let it go, just let it go. But I was determined, to find my sound, find my niche, and just keep going, And so here we are, 2025, and I probably have done at least 15, 20 songs.
Do you write your own music?
There are some originals, and then there are more covers than there are originals. But yep, they're yet to come. Yeah. I enjoy it. It's the first time I heard myself recording. I was like, I think I want to do this for the rest of my life, because it was just amazing. Because it's just another form of art to put your thoughts on. Back then it would have been wax. Now it's all digital, And so, yeah, I love it. I really do. It was like, I'm going to just tweak this. I like to call them cover songs with a twist. So you'll get the original song, but then there'll be parts that's Uncle Deck. Like.
What do you like more, DJing or creating the music?
Ooh. That's a good question. That's a very good question. They're close. They're close. First, second, tie. Even when I'm not recording, I'm always organizing. Music in the 80s does not sound like music now because of what they was recording on. And so I've been converting through software. Like music today already got that bass. Music from the 80s don't necessarily have that, so I'm tweaking it so now it has bass. So now when I'm listening to music, all of it plays the same.
So what I'm hearing is though that you like the particular sound from the 80s.
Sound.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, just music. I like music. Period.
Right.
I was born in the 60s, so I grew up with the 70s, 80s. 80s for me was the best era of music. And so
it is to me very like classic. And what I mean by classic is no matter what decade you play it in.
Right.
I feel like it fits.
It fits.
Because even to the point where I know that there are current artists who will still reference back to that.
Exactly.
They sample a lot of the 80s
all the time.
music.
Yeah. And those almost become the hits, And so I'm always doing that even when I'm not recording or I run across a song and I was like, ooh, I think I want to cover that. Like now I'm working on some Barry White.
Oh, wow.
And the first thing people think about is the deep voice Barry White. I'm like, no, not that Barry. The 70s, around the 70s, 80s, because it wasn't that deep.
He did like some disco.
Yeah.
Right?
And this particular song is Oh What a Night for Dancing. I'm going out tonight, fingers popping. Yeah. And so I think this is going to be nice. This is going to be a nice piece.
Commodores?
I've done a couple of Lionel Richie songs. I've done Lady. I've done Sail On. I've done Casey and the Sunshine Band. I've done George Michael's.
Okay.
Careless Whisper. Yep. I've done a couple of Tyrone Davis songs. So I'm like a walking jukebox. I remember when I was a kid, my parents bought me a jukebox. And all I would do on the weekend was just play records. And so my dad being a DJ, but I never saw him DJ. I just would hear him making tapes at the house. And then at some point, I began to make tapes. Let me do it, And then 8 tracks became cassettes. And then cassettes became CDs. And now we're doing flash drives, And so, it's just...
What's your favorite component to making music? Is it laying down the track? Is it the singing? What's your favorite? I know Brandy loves laying down her vocals. Brandy Norwood. She's been on record as to saying she can be in the booth all day just laying down different layering.
I like laying down the vocals. Just being creative with what's not there. when I listen to a old school song or something that's pre-recorded, I'm listening for what's not there, and that's where the twist comes in. And I'm like, well, if I did this song, this is what I would do, you know. And so I'll give you some of the original, and then I'll start tweaking it, making it my own, you know, and it works. Yeah.
What are some of your original works?
So when I first got started, I was doing inspirational, and so all of my inspirational is original. Probably my hit, at least my son called it my hit, was Good Times. I was in the Church of God of Christ Apostolic Association, and so we would take the kids to the beach, and that's where I penned Good Times.
Okay.
You know, good times, sunshine. With the Lord's light behind me, everything's fine. You know,
right.
And so another part of the verse was, "We thank God for the sun and the beach." You know, and so it was kind of inspired by going to the beach, and it has a 80s old school style, but it is very relevant. There's a line dance in the end. Well, all right, church folks, we're gonna do a little stepping, you know. And so it's cool. It's a cool song. All my originals, all my inspiration is original. And so transitioning to cover songs and R&B, I did a Southern soul song called Classic Soul Song. The inspiration for that was any classic song that you hear makes you move. It no matter what it is. And so part of my lyrics is, it's just another one of those classic Southern soul songs. It'll make you dance or feel romantic, because, you know, we use music for romance also, right? And so, yeah, I thought it was cool, you know. So, you know, I probably had roughly close to about 3,000 views at this point. I got the first 2,500 in the first couple of weeks. Streaming music is like one of those things you just got to keep pushing it. You got to keep getting it to new ears, and to try to get those hits up before people start really recognizing you.
Do you plan on performing in the future? Do you have any dates to perform?
I don't have dates set, but yes, I'm in the planning stages. I want to do Uncle Deck and wine.
Okay.
Like a wine tasting, and I'll do the music. And yeah, I'm planning that. Got a new song getting ready to drop probably in the next month or so. I want to shoot a music video first. It's islandish reggae. Hey girl, hey girl.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I've been watching you for a while. You know, something like that. And so, yeah, that's an original song, you know, so I'm pretty geeked about that too.
You have 3 platforms on YouTube.
Yes.
You have your Uncle Deck.
Yes.
That's DEK, Uncle Deck platform. DKTV. What is that platform? What are you doing that one?
So I'm also a videographer
Okay.
and a photographer, and I've been capturing local events for years. Graduations, Black History, celebrations on the square, sports, and so I just was, you know, holding on to this. I got the DVD, I got the original, and so now I'm like, you know, I'm getting older. God forbid something happen to me, and nobody knows nothing about that footage. You know?
Okay.
So I've been converting it
And putting it on.
and putting it on this particular
sharing.
page and sharing.
Yeah, because it's local. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep, that's what I've been doing. So recently there was a talent show that was done in 2002. That was 23 years ago. And some of the kids, they're grown now, so they'll get to see themselves, you know, dancing and whatever they was doing. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what that is? It's a time capsule.
That's right.
It's an
That's
electronic
right.
time capsule.
I like to think that I'm a Gadsden County historian
You
of
are.
sorts. Yes. So
That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay, what about the platform Rare Image Music Collection? What are you doing?
Rare Image was one of the first businesses I opened here in Quincy. Many years ago. It was because I was a DJ, and I think the only music store at the time was the House of Music, and so I just was like, I think I could do this too. You know, I've always been a dreamer. And so Rare Image became my music store. Also, we would do the photography, videography, and the DJing out under that banner. Since closing it, I still own the name, you know. And so I was like, you know what, let's put artists that I've worked with, people that I've recorded, and they maybe don't even remember. You know, there are a lot of people that music is not on YouTube.
Right.
And so I built that platform so it'll have a home. And so if you go pull them up, even though it'll come up under the Rare Music Collection, but it's still their music, you know. And so I just wanted a place so that people have the option. If they pull them up, it's there. Yep, it's there. And so it's just the music is a platform, the videography stuff has its own platform, and then the Uncle Deck / Dexter Keenan page, you know, that's me personally. So, yeah. I probably wind up doing something with photos too at some point. I just hadn't gotten there yet.
Okay. Well, I wanna play a game. We're gonna play.
Let's do it.
A game here.
Okay.
We're gonna play either or.
Either or.
And I'm gonna give you 2 options. I'm just gonna name the option, and you tell me which one you'd rather.
Okay.
Okay. And okay, we're gonna start with disco or R&B.
So for the audience that doesn't see me, I'm kind of like I got this disco song playing in my head. 70s, 80s, disco.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Barry White or Luther Vandross?
Barry White. Sticking with nostalgia.
Aretha Franklin or Gladys Knight?
Aretha Franklin. I have a lot of Aretha on my playlist.
Okay.
Okay.
2-step or electric slide?
Electric slide. Yeah.
You like a nice little line dance.
Look, a line dance that I could do.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Line dance that I could do. They created too fast for me right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Chicken and waffles. Chicken and pancakes.
Pancakes. Chicken and pancakes.
Okay. Now here's the nuance. Pancake crispy. Pancake fluffy.
Crispy. Crispy. I like that little crunch on the end. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes.
Sweet grits or savory grits?
Okay, so
you like them both?
Yeah, I like them both, but is cream of chicken sweet?
Cream of wheat is sweet.
No. It's cream of chicken. Yeah, the like you cook can. But it's not sweet.
It's meant to be savory.
Because if I cook grits, I'm gonna put cream of chicken in it.
Oh, okay. So you kind of use your grits up with cream of. Okay.
Yeah, and you need to try it. It's delicious.
Okay, like a New Orleans type of swing to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But savory.
Savory. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know there's this whole argument as to whether or not you can have it sweet or savory. I grew up
like
with both.
Sugar and grits. Yeah, I don't.
I've never had chili and grits.
Sugar.
Oh, sugar and grits.
Yes.
Oh, sugar. Yeah, I grew up with both. Like in Texas was when I was introduced to sugar and grits. And here it was always savory in Florida.
Got it.
So I get, but now as an adult, you can't catch me putting sugar in grits at all. I think when we're children we can do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But as you get older, your taste buds. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I like to mix the eggs and the crumbled up either bacon or sausage. Or,
okay.
You know, in there, salt and pepper.
Yeah.
All day long.
Okay.
Nice little grit bowl.
Yes.
Okay, well that's thank you for doing that game.
Yes.
Is there anything do you want to tell the audience where to find you, anything you want them to know about what you're going to do in the future, where they can catch you?
I've made a presence on TikTok, a little on Instagram, most definitely on Facebook, but I know most of those are limited audiences. YouTube is going to be around, and so I do have some upcoming events, and I'll probably get those posted when we're ready. And I would just like to share to maybe someone that's listening that's not quite sure, just do it. Just like Nike said, just do it. I've been a dreamer. Nobody was like, come on, you could do this. I was my cheerleader. And I cheered myself on. And if I made mistakes, it's almost like learning arithmetic. You just keep going till you figure it out. And that's what I've been doing. And I'm pretty happy with the success. Or what looks like success. It's like, it sounds good to me. What do you think? Oh yeah, it's awesome. Why you not doing this professionally? Don't nobody know me. But yeah, just keep dreaming, and you'll get there.
All right. Well, that's it, y'all. Thank you again, Uncle Deck.
Thank you for having me.
You all can find him on YouTube at Uncle Deck DEK.
Yes.
Okay. Go and subscribe to his channel right now.
Right now. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today and listening to this interview. Thank you for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Please like, follow, subscribe, share this podcast, and go follow Uncle Deck on YouTube. Listen to all his music. Come back again. Leave some comments. I want to hear from you. And until we meet again.